Big warning, if you're in the bathtub, on a roller coaster, or in a submarine, do not watch this video. Whoa, if this is what we think it is, you may have to cancel your date tonight and sit alone in the dark. And a massive confirmation on this 4-hour chart will show you exactly what I believe this means for us in the very short term. But don't squeeze your beanbags just yet, we have some amazing news for you here as well. And also, what in tarnation might this reveal about Bitcoin right now? Tickle me once, shame on you. Tickle me twice. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Billy Butterbeans, and on this channel, we give you technical analysis so smooth that you can wipe your bottom with it. Absolutely insane. We have so much to be jumping into in today's video with Bitcoin's price. I knew so many of you are asking, what is coming next for Bitcoin? Well, guys, don't hold your breath because we're going to be jumping into TA on some of these shorter time frames, but more importantly, taking a special deep dive, sucking out on these charts, and really just oogling each and every single pattern we find. And boy, there is a lot to be oogling today. So if you drink your milk and have strong bones, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and always make sure to turn on those post notifications so you get these time-sensitive alerts immediately, ASAP. Without any further ado, let's dive on in. Holy moly, so let's start off here with this Bitcoin transfer worth almost $1 billion. What it might reveal. So as you can see here on this Coinbase Pro outflow chart here, look at this very massive spike that we just saw here. But what exactly does this mean? So according to this information we're getting here, on-chain data, roughly almost 15,000 Bitcoin were moved off of Coinbase earlier today in a small number of transactions. So the outflow is split into multiple wallets, which could be hot wallets, representing an internal transfer, or custodian wallets for institutions. Okay, that's the key there. Potentially big money buyers buying in now. Is that potentially indicating that we're at a bottom? Remember, whale clusters or just giant zones where the big money accumulates are usually immense support areas. So is that signifying that potentially we are at right now, at this very moment, an immense support area? Or are we getting our tubes crossed too early and we have to take a step back and realize, maybe this is not the bottom? Coinbase's cold wallets for custody are directly integrated with the exchange's OTC desk, over-the-counter desk. Institutions and large traders typically trade OTC to avoid influencing the market price too much. And outflows from Coinbase Pro are taken to represent institutional demand for Bitcoin. And Ju said here he thinks it's likely to be a custodian wallet, which might indicate institutions are still buying the dip. What do you think? Do you think institutions are still buying the dip? I see no reason why they wouldn't. And guys, before we go any further here, I just want to acknowledge one thing. There has definitely been a sentiment shift in the past week or two. Bitcoin was, for the past 3-4 months, insanely bullish. The last few months of 2020, the first few months of 2021, were just straight up roller coaster pumpage to the absolute sky. And now the question is is that slowing down a little bit? And if it is, what exactly does that mean? And I think one of the key takeaways here is that if it were to be slowing down, does that indicate at all that we're near a local top? And I want to say, in my opinion, okay, I'm not a financial advisor or anything fancy like that, but I absolutely do not believe we're anywhere close, and literally everyone will tell you that because it's just very unlikely. But again, guys, we're going up a little too fast, and let's be realistic here. For Bitcoin to cool down and bore us a little bit for the foreseeable future, and again, it already has been for, at least a week or two now, that is perfectly needed. Because again, we don't want to get too crazy and too exuberant. That is exactly how we'll top out too quickly. That's exactly how we will never hit those very high price targets of 250 to 300,000 plus in 2021. If we go up too fast, we're simply not going to hit those targets. Okay, so if we want our dreams to come true, and we do truly want to make some massive gainers in this market, and specifically get that very tasty alt season, alt massive rumpage that we're all looking for, then there's one thing that's required, and that's patience. The legends of the Chupacabra are true. Guys, now if we start here on this 6-hour chart, what we're seeing now as well is very important, I think. And we're just seeing this as of the last, a little over 24 hours here. This is a bearish cross on the 6-hour chart. Remember, every time we've had a bullish cross on this chart, we had some very nice gains. This is the least amount of gainage we've gotten on one of these bullish crosses in the entire year of 2021. Remember, if we go back, we've had quite a number of bullish crosses, and they all amounted in very nice gainers. But as you can see, in the short term, I would say that these gainers from this cross are done now, right? We've now gotten a bearish cross. Obviously, it peaked out right around 62,000 about 10 days ago, a week and a half ago. And yeah, if we go to this 4-hour chart, this is exactly what I think is happening right now. So what we see, as we've been covering for the past few days, we just came up and tried to reflip this fettuccine level of about 60,000 US dollars, and we failed, okay? We did that the last 4-hour candle. We failed the last 4-hour candle, okay? That's what I would call a failure to flip. F to F, right? A failure to flip. And now it looks as though we could potentially initiate more of a dumpage. And again, the target here is under 50,000 US dollars actually from this breakdown. Now, if we go into this daily chart, guys, this is very important as well because we're now below the 21-day. We fell below it yesterday. We did not get above it today. As you can see, we did briefly, but we're nowhere near breaking above it. To break above it, we would need to be over 55,000 US dollars. So we're not above it. Where we did find support so far, though, is exactly on our next line of this parallel ascending channel we've been using for the past almost 13 months now. So that is where we did find support so far. So very interesting there. But again, we cannot rule out the 50-day moving average at 50,000 US dollars, which is the breakdown target if this does break down, right? Potentially even lower than that. But we really need to be careful here because the last time that we did break below the 21-day, we ultimately did go down to that 50-day. So that's one thing to watch. But as well, that was in a slightly different context. What we were actually doing was forming, some of it a bull flag, a descending channel here. We had this massive run up, and then we had this clear consolidation channel here, which even though we broke below the 21-day and the 50-day briefly, ultimately we found support there, but we definitely bounced there on the daily. That resulted in another, $30,000 move from like 28,000 to 58,000. So that was like a bull flag, right? Now we don't really have that same structure. We don't have that same structure here. So even though we had a massive run up, and then like a bull flag consolidation and another massive run up, I wish that I could look at this chart and we could see something similar there. But again, things very often or very rarely just repeat exactly, right? We can't just get bull flag after bull flag after bull flag. There has to be some dumpages here, but I'm just interested to see how this truly plays out and how strong support is here because there's no doubt fundamentally Bitcoin is stronger than ever, but I just personally think there is still more downside, and I've been saying that for a fair amount of time now. We had 3 weeks trying to get above 60,000 consistently, dating all the way back to the week beginning March 8th. And yeah, we've just been failing there. And even prior to that, back in February, when we first came up to like 58,000, we were really trying to there. So we can never discount the idea that we could actually have a retest of even the low 40,000s, which again, I don't necessarily think is very possible at this moment. I think it's still way too early to tell that. But one rule in crypto is you have to be prepared for anything. You can never say definitively anything, and some people get mad at that. Some people say, well, just make a call. Tell us exactly what's going to happen. Guys, if anybody on this planet could tell you exactly what is going to happen, do you think that they would be making YouTube videos? Absolutely not. They would just be the world's first trillionaire, and they would just be floating around in space or just taking golden showers all day or whatever a trillionaire would do, right? If somebody had that exact answer, don't be silly. Obviously, nobody has that answer. But technical analysis gives us a good idea of what is more likely to happen, and in my opinion, what is more likely to happen right now. At least what the chart's showing so far, in my opinion, is it makes more sense if we did see more downside, and that's as far as I can tell, that's what everything's shaping up to be. But with that being said, again, another scenario I'm thinking is that we could end up just trying to hold support on the daily chart for a little bit longer here before, if we do end up going below it, before doing that, right? This is probably not going to play out over the next 24 hours, so it's going to take some time. But I'm just saying, at this very moment, it looks as though the trend of at least the next week wants to go down, and until anything changes, again, we have to watch the charts every day, but until anything changes, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. If you're interested in trading, make sure to take advantage of our Bybit and Femex deposit bonuses below. Guys, let me know what you think. Maybe leave a comment below. Do you think that we're in a very ultra bullish setup right now? It's very possible, but just to me, a lot of things are shaping up that we could see further downside. And again, I tweeted earlier even the idea that if we would ever go into the $30,000 range in 2021 before hitting six figures, that would be like 2021's version of the March 2020 dip down to 3,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. So even though I don't think it's very likely, if it did happen, remember what people did in March 2020. The smart people, remember what they did, right? What did the people that are up a lot right now do in March 2020? Now compare that to what people might do if Bitcoin would go into the $30,000 range and altcoins drop similarly, percentage-wise, to their levels. You make the call, but that's it for me. Bye-bye.